Hello everybody, today we'll discuss RRB PO test number 106. See the first question from the reasoning. It is a puzzle of comparisons. There are 6 buildings, namely A to F, and each are having different number of floors. B has more number of floors than only E. It is a condition regarding B and E. That means only B is greater than E. So there are no floors below E. And then D has more floors than A. D is having more floors than A but less than C. When coming to C, C does not have the maximum number of floors. C will not be going to the first place. Now we'll take the arrangement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So last two places are confirmed with B and E. As C should not be in the first place, C will be starting from second place followed by D and A. So the first place goes to F. The building which has third highest number of floors has 22 floors. That means D will have 22 floors. The building having second lowest will have 7 floors. That means B will have 7 floors. Which of the following is true with respect to the given information? E possibly will have 9 floors, which is false. There is a possibility that F has 21 floors, which is false. Only 3 buildings have less floors than D. Yes, there are only 3 buildings less than D. Option number 3. Which of the following buildings has 22 floors? That is D. Option number 2. The building which has the highest number of floors has 18 more floors than B. So 18 plus 7 gives the highest value of F, which is 25. Then what is the possible floors of having C? C can have the possible ways between 23 to 24. As we are having option, fourth option is sufficient. And the next question is, we are having a puzzle. What is the puzzle given here? Means there are 8 friends who are sitting around a circular area, but not all the persons are facing the center. That means some are facing center and some are facing away from the center. It is not clearly mentioned. So we'll have 2 possibilities. I'll draw 2 possibilities and start with the main conditions. What is given in the first condition is, I'll change the color. Now what is the first condition given there? We'll start with the conditions. The first point is L sits second to the left of M and M is facing the center. So M is facing the center. L is sitting second to the left of M. Only 2 people sit between L and O. In this way we have one possibility. And the second possibility is, if I place L here, I can place O in this place. R sits second to the left of O. R is not an immediate neighbor of L. So at this place R should not be placed. R should be placed definitely here. In the same way, R should be placed here. Now coming to the directions. R, what is given here? R sits second to the left of O. That means O should be facing center. When coming to here, O should be facing away from the center. R and O face opposite directions. So as O is facing center, R will be facing away from the center. O is facing away from the center, R will be facing towards the center. P sits to the immediate left of N. 2 places should be available. I'll place here. How is P placed? Means P is sitting to the immediate left of N. So I'll place the same condition here, P and N, immediate left of N. Both the immediate neighbors of P face opposite direction. So L will be facing inside. So in condition L will be facing inside. P sits second to the left of Q. So I can place Q here, I'll place Q here. How is P being placed? Means P is sitting second to the left of Q. So inside, definitely inside. Only then P can be placed second to the left. O sits to the immediate right of K. That means K should be placed here only. The only place available were K. How is O being placed? Means O sits to the immediate right of K. That means K should be facing inside. When coming to this condition, K should be facing away from the center. P faces the same direction as R. So P is facing away from the center as R is facing away. When coming to this possibility, P also should be facing inside the center. And the last condition is K faces the same direction as L. In this condition, if you observe carefully, they are facing different direction. This is a failure case. This is our final answer. Both are facing towards the center. Now see the questions basing on this. The first question is, What is Q's position with respect to K? When coming to K, 1, 2, 3, third to the left, which is fifth option. And the next question is, how many people in the given arrangement are facing outside? There are 3 members, first option. Who sits third to the right of P? 1, 2, 3. It is K, fourth option. 4 are alike, find the different one. K facing the center, L also facing the center, M is facing center, O is also facing center, R is facing away from the center of fifth option. Which of the following is true regarding L as per the given arrangement? See the fourth option. Only 2 people are sitting between R and L, which is true, option number 4. And the next question is, who sits exactly between R and Q when counted from the right side of R? It is M, option number 1. And the next question is from critical part. It is from cause and effect. Contract laborers of XYZ Corporation decided to call off their month-old strike. XYZ Corporation had to undergo several rounds of audits in the last financial year. This is the first statement is regarding the strike. Second statement is regarding about audits. They are individual effects. So that means second option is suitable. Both the statements are effects of independent causes. So options which is suitable is second option. And then we are having another puzzle. There are 8 members of 8 different buildings. So as it is of floors, we'll take the floors 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. It is a floor model. We'll start with the conditions. What is given in the first condition is Q lives on floor number 5. It is clearly mentioned that Q lives on 5th floor. Only 2 people live between Q and S. 1 and 2 gap, I'll consider here Q. I'll consider another case as S, I'll place on 2nd floor. This is a failure model because only 1 person lives between S and T. So I'll place T here. When coming to this condition, there is a point mentioning that S lives above T. This is a failure case. So this point can be eradicated. V lives immediately above R. How is V living means? V lives immediately above R, and then V lives on an even number floor. We should be living on an even number floor. So with this we have completed our condition. So we'll check the availability places. If I place V on the 4th floor, I have a possibility V and R, or else 2nd and 1st floor if at all this fits. U lives on an odd number floors. U lives on any of the floors below R. So only the possibility available for us is V and R placing on 4th and 3rd floor. U lives on an odd number floor below R. So below R I have 1st floor odd, I'll place U here. P lives on an odd number floor. The available place is 7th floor. The person who is left over is W. I'll place in the 2nd floor. Who among the following lives on floor number 2? It is W, option number 4. Who among the following lives between V and T? It is Q, option number 3. Who lives on the floor immediately above W? It is R, third option. How many people live between the floors on which T and W live? It is 3 members, option number 1. Which of the following is true with respect to the given information? W lives on floor number 4, false. Only 2 people live between U and Q, which is false. U lives immediately below R, this is also false. P lives immediately above Q, this is also false. Answer 5th option. S lives on topmost floor, 5th option is true. And then again we are having a puzzle. What is given here is there are 10 people sitting in 2 parallel rows. So all the members who are sitting in row 1 are facing north. That means from S to W the persons are facing north, and the second row starting from A to E are facing south. Every person should be allocated with different subjects also. So 10 members, 10 subjects. We'll start with the conditions. What is given in the first condition is C sits at one of the extreme ends of the line. So C should be at any of the end. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll place C here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll take the another condition also. I'll place C to the rightmost side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So the next condition is What is the next condition? C sits at one of the extreme ends of the line and faces one of the immediate neighbors of T. T does not teach English. At this position, English should not be placed. And the next condition is only two people sit between T and chemistry. The next condition is D is neither an immediate neighbor of C nor, and then we have another point that E faces the one who teaches chemistry. E will be placed here. D is not a neighbor of C or E. That means D will be placed here. Similarly, D will be placed here. D does not teach economics. This person does not teach economics. S faces one of the immediate neighbors of E. And then only one person sits between A and history. B faces the one who teaches English. So all this together gives the complete arrangement. Only one person sits between A and history. B faces the one who teaches English. Here English cannot be compared. So definitely B should be sitting here. B opposite can be placed for English. Now we'll place the same condition. Here English should not be there. That means only here English can be placed, and here we'll have B. Now we'll go back to the condition. Only one person sits between A and the history. So that means A can be placed here and B will be allocated with history. Same condition. A will be here, history will be allocated to B. I'll change the color and what is the next condition means W does not teach chemistry. So W will not be here. The next condition is the one who teaches geography sits at the one of the extreme ends of the line. This altogether gives the condition and faces W. So W should be facing geography. The one who teaches geography sits at the extreme ends and faces W. That means here W will not be there, means W goes to this end. In the same way, W goes to this place. And W opposite the person who is sitting teaches geography. That means here comes the geography. Similarly, C teaches geography in this case. And the next condition is V sits second to the right of U. Second to the right of U goes to V. And teaches civics. That means we should teach civics, this which is failure in this condition. This is a failure case. And the next condition is the one who teaches biology faces opposite direction of D. The one who teaches physics and biology are facing each other. Physics and biology should face opposite to each other. And there is a condition saying that biology faces opposite direction of D. That means biology should be facing north and physics will be facing south. Neither D nor E teaches accounts. That means W teaches accounts. What is remaining here is economics does not goes to D, means economics goes to E. The remaining subject Hindi is allocated to D. This is our final output. Now see the questions. Who among the following teaches physics? Physics is taught by the person A, option number 2. And the next question is, which of the following pairs represents the people sitting in the center of two rows? It should be D and V, third option. Next question, which of the following subjects is taught by T? It is biology, third option. Which of the following is definitely true as per the given arrangement? What is true? E teaches history. It is false. W faces V. This is true, second option. 20th question is, who among the following is an immediate neighbor of the one who teaches economics? It is English, B the history, option number 3. With this we have completed the set. We'll go with the next set. Some planets are stars. Some planets are stars. All the stars are galaxies. All the galaxies are orbits. All the galaxies are orbits. Now see the conclusions. At least some orbits are planets. Yes, first one is true. No planet is a galaxy. no planet is a galaxy. It cannot be considered. One alone satisfies. And the next question is of the same statements. Now see the conclusions. All orbits being planets is a possibility. Can be considered because it is positive statements. Possibilities are always true. This is true. All stars are orbits. Yes, this is also true. Both the conclusions are true. Option number 5. And then the next question is 23rd one. What is given here is all talks are conversation. All the talks are conversations. And then all the talks are meetings. This can be drawn in two possibilities. What are the two possibilities? Means all the talks are conversations. All the talks are meetings. This can be considered in this way, or else all the talks are conversations and all the talks are meetings. So see the conclusions. All the meetings are conversations. It should satisfy in both the pictures. This is not satisfying both the pictures, so first one is false. All the conversations are meeting. This conclusion should also satisfy both the pictures, which is false. So neither of them are true. Option number 2. The next question is no image is a picture. No image is a picture. No image is a picture. All the pictures are copies. No copy is a duplicate. All copies being images is a possibility. So this is a false. First one cannot be drawn. All duplicates being images is a possibility. This is a possibility. Only second is sufficient. Option number 2. The last question of the set is all wings are propellers. All the wings are propellers. All the propellers are seats. All the seats are belts. Now see the conclusions. No belt is a swing. It is not considered. All the belts are propellers. This is also false. Neither of them are true. Option number 4. And then we are having coded inequalities. Relation from T to S. S is different comparisons cannot be considered. First one is false. When comparing to C with E, we are having greater than or equal to. Reverse, it is less than or equal to, which is true in second one. Option number 4. And then the 27th question, relation between N and R. When coming to N and R, so when coming to N and R, so N to A and then A to R. That means A is equal to R can be considered simply. So N is greater than or equal to R is true. First one is true. When comparing with from D to P, D to A and A to P, this is false. So which is false means second one is false. First alone satisfies. Only one is true. Option number 1. And the next question is relation between R and C. Different symbols comparison is not possible. First one is false. Second is comparison between E and T. Different symbols are there. Comparison is not possible. Neither of them are true. Fourth option. And the next question is relation from A to N. From A to N, if you observe, we are having A is greater than or equal to. So in conclusion, we are having greater and equal to. It is an either case. Option number 2. And next question is relation from N to D. So when comparison from N to D, N is greater than or equal to A and then A to D, which is false for first conclusion. Relation from I to D, different symbol comparison is not valid. So second one is also false. Neither of them are true. Option is third option. And then we are having input and output, which you can go with the practice, and we will go with the last set of the question. It is a puzzle. What is given here means there are 3 policemen patrolling together, chance to encounter an avoided dacoit and 2 terrorists. The dacoit was alone with the terrorists. 3 were walking together on each other. That means there are 3 policemen. So in the data we have 3 policemen and 2 terrorists, whereas 1 dacoit. A skirmish broke out among them and all the combatants suffered injuries. Each one was equipped with 1 weapon only. What are their weapons means they are having 3 AK-47 rifles, 2 AK-56 rifles and 1 pistol. Now basing on this, we'll start with the conditions. What is given in the first point is no policeman used AK-56. So here does not comes AK-56. P did not use an AK-47. So next point is the two terrorists used different weapons. So the weapons will be different for the terrorists. The pistol was used by one of the policemen. Here one person will be using pistol. That means other two persons will be using AK-47 because AK-56 should not be used by the policeman. And then the next point is P did not use AK-47 nor he was a policeman. That means he is not using a AK-47 and also he is not a policeman. What is the possibility he can place means P can be a terrorist. So I'll place P in terrorist. R, who was not a terrorist, used an AK-56. R is not a terrorist but he used AK-47. That means R will be in dacoit. He is using AK-56. And the next condition is T and U used different weapons. T and U are using different weapons. Q and T was not a policeman. T is not a policeman means T will be a terrorist. So here comes the T. T and U are using different weapons in nature. So that means U will be the pistol. T will be using AK-56. And here comes AK-47. So the remaining persons are Q and S, which is mentioned in the 7th point. Q and S were also from the 6 combatants. Now basing on this, we are having questions. See the first question. Which of the following statement is true? Q, S and R were the policemen. Yes. Q, S, R were the policemen. Both the terrorists used AK-47. Both the terrorists used AK-47 rifles. Q was equipped with a pistol. So with this we have completed the statements. Now we'll check the options. Which is not correct means all the 3 are not correct. That means first option. And the next question is which of the following statement is true? Correct statement. P and T were the terrorists. Yes, this is true. S was a dacoit. Only first statement is true. Option number 1. Who among the following used the pistol? U is using the pistol. Option number 2. Q and S were policemen. First option. The dacoit was equipped with AK-56 rifle. Option number 2. Thank you.